Bueno, por fin ha llegado el día de subiros este vídeo que llevo preparando una semana desde que anuncié por mis redes sociales principales que iba a realizar un especial preguntas y respuestas con los creadores de un increíble proyecto con un potencial enorme llamado CREADORES, cuyo tráiler fue lanzado hace unas 2 semanas y ya ha superado el 1.000.000 de visitas. Antes de comenzar, quiero aclarar que naturalmente todo lo que están a punto de ver está en inglés, pero yo personalmente me he tomado el tiempo para subtitular este vídeo en un total de 4 idiomas, que son español, francés, portugués y japonés. Y podéis activar estos subtítulos en los ajustes de la interfaz del vídeo de YouTube, tal y como veis en pantalla. Y antes de comenzar, dar las gracias públicamente tanto al creador Benjamin Mulot como al resto del equipo por esta oportunidad y por supuestísimo gracias a todos los usuarios que han participado en este preguntas y respuestas en las publicaciones de mis redes sociales principales. Recuerden, amigos, dejar su like si les gusta el vídeo y compartirlo con todo aquel que crean que le puede interesar saber más acerca de CREADORES. Dicho esto, y sin más dilación, comencemos.
Okay, so we're going to start with you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, hi everyone. I'm Rob. I'm the main investor into CREADORES. I am also a huge dinosaur fan. I originally studied paleontology for a while until I realized that I had to make some money in my life, and I switched to business, which is a real mistake. But investing in CREADORES allows me to live out my wildest dreams, and so that's who I am. And you are?
Yeah, and I'm Benjamin, the creator of CREADORES, and we're gonna respond to a lot of fans' questions.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for asking all those questions. This is really cool, and we are super excited to respond.
So, we've got your questions. We've got 15 of them, so it's quite a few. So we're going to go through it. First one's for you, sir. How did the idea for CREADORES come about? What, if any, was your main inspiration for creating the series? Maybe things like Dinotopia, Primal, Jurassic World.
Okay, so for the list of my inspiration, it's like Land Before Time, the first one, obviously, with the mom dying. No spoiler.
That was a sad moment.
Yeah,
I still can't watch that without
yeah. Primal, of course, because this is absolutely amazing, and I really love that you can watch 10 episodes without any dialogue and you still so get into it. And I love as well like the violence, which is what I want to do as well with CREADORES, which is having like a R-rated IP. Jurassic Park, the first one, definitely. And I was a fan of like Walking with Dinosaurs, the documentary, the one like early 2000.
The BBC one.
Yes.
Yeah.
The music was fantastic. It's probably not accurate anymore, but still pretty cool.
It looks amazing.
Yeah. And
it's interesting you talk about Dinotopia. I think Dinotopia, the books were really seminal for me. I remember reading them when I was like 9, and James Gurney I thought was a genius. I loved how he brought humanity to those creatures, and I think we're going to see some of that coming out in CREADORES when we continue production. Another thing that I think of, which I know Benji didn't maybe not consider this, but I used to play a game called Primal Rage.
oh yes,
Which was
yeah.
awesome.
With, it was arcade game.
And to get your health back, you had to like pick up one of the cave people and eat it.
Yeah.
And it was stop motion animation. That's what made it look really cool.
It was stop motion? Oh man, I didn't know that.
But it's a beautiful game, and sadly, I even got a Primal Rage action figures. Actually, I think I lost them somewhere, but they're probably worth some money now. But yeah, very cool game.
Very cool. Second question.
Second question. Could you tell us in what year the events of the series are set or take place?
I will say, I can't say a specific number, but I will say that the oldest dinosaur in the story of CREADORES will have experienced his life at the start of his life, or at the end of his, the start of his life with humans. So, for example, the oldest Triceratops of the whole CREADORES universe had some memories of his life when human was still there.
Yep, cool. Next question. How do you choose which species will appear in the program? And do you only look for popular or well-known dinosaurs, or do you want to present little-known dinosaurs?
Honestly, like first I choose obviously like dinosaur I grew up with, but not only dinosaur, there is gonna be like flying reptile, marine reptile, probably Cenozoic animals as well. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. But I obviously choose just like dinosaurs that I grew up with, because it's like I know them pretty well, and I really feel I can like put all my animation skills into them because I grew up with them. So yeah.
I think, yeah, generally we aren't trying to go down the typical Jurassic Park, Velociraptor, which was oversized, the Gallimimus, that kind of stuff. We're trying to find, like Archaeornithomimus is the species that we modelled for the piece of artwork that we did with the jockey on it, showing how humans kind of mistreated dinosaurs when they lived together. But like Dimetrodon, and yes, everyone, we do know that it is a non-mammalian synapsid, and we know it's from from the early Permian period. We do understand that. We know it's not a dinosaur, but it's such a badass dinosaur, and so I'm
and like the our inspiration when we designed the Dimetrodon was definitely like Yakuza Tattoo, and because we made the sail being like retractable, and it's just like a little Easter egg from like those old Japanese boats that have the sail. The sail really look like and they can like pull up the sail if you say pull up.
Yeah.
Raise the sail, and I think it's still pretty cool. So everything is Japanese about the design of those mammalian.
I also know that some of you talk about an Edaphosaurus, which was a similar, kind of similar creature to Dimetrodon. I think it may have been less of a carnivore and more of a herbivore, but don't quote me on that. I know you probably will. But there is one of those that crosses the kind of sign, and it does look like an Edaphosaur. So we'll leave it out there and see what happens to that one. But maybe they're not all Dimetrodons in that clan. So we'll find out. Okay, so question number 4. In relation to the previous question, do you have a favorite dinosaur? If so, which one?
Not particularly. I really like, it's super obvious because I really like the T-Rex because it was my first toy, and it was a toy that I was bringing with me absolutely all the time when I was a kid. I had the big like red T-Rex from Jurassic Park, and I also had the T-Rex from Dino Riders.
I had that one.
Like
which the legs went like that.
The legs like that, and it's like super chunky.
Yeah.
It's ugly as fuck, but
but that was the inspiration for Rex in Toy Story.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah. So I got those ones, and because I grew up with those ones, I obviously like choose to make those the main character. I know it's a bit cliche, I know it's already seen, but this is why I work so much on the design to make them very unique and very different from like what you can see usually on other movie franchise.
Oh man, Dino Riders was my favourite. I had so many of them. I remember when I went on holiday to Greece, I managed to find the Ice Age Dino Riders. So I actually had a mammoth, and then I got the Apatosaurus as well, the Sauropelta, the Saurolophus. Just like they were like the delight of my childhood as a dinosaur collector. Probably my favourite dinosaur it's the Allosaurus fragilis, which I think is quite possibly like the most evolved perfect predator ever created in nature. I love its movement. I love the potential that it probably hunted in packs and took down the giant sauropods of that Jurassic era, and I just think it's a stunning dinosaur. And so if I get my way, I hope that there will be some Allosaurids in this game, and we've got some very rough concepts
all
right
the
now.
TV show. All the TV show,
yeah, all the movie, whatever we turn this thing into. Okay, so next question. If you had to say an approximate number of different species of dinosaurs that would appear in the show, what would it be? You tell us.
I have no idea. I'm sorry, I have no idea. We have like 4 clans total, which every clan is composed from like the dinosaur family. Oh man, probably like at least 20. Minimum 20 different dinosaurs.
And some of them will be lesser like more minor characters than the major.
Yeah. Some are like background characters.
Yeah, but they're not going to be the ones that they may not be the ones that you've seen all the time in Hollywood. These might be.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely put a lot of Japanese dinosaurs because it's set in Japan, and I think Japanese dinosaurs are super cool.
Yeah, so in one of the concept arts shared, you can see a different dinosaur clans, and among the theropod clan there appears to be a Spinosaurus, well spotted.
Yeah.
What is the real possibility that this dinosaur will appear, and if it does, will it be something more realistic with short legs, the long flat tail, like it's being, being...
I will let you talk about this guy.
So Spinosaurus aegypticus is one of my very first ever fossils that I ever received. I remember when I was like 4, one of my mum's friends was dating a paleontologist, and he came with some Spinosaurus aegypticus bones that he excavated in North Africa. Morocco. Yeah, and so I don't know why I'm telling you that, because yes, we're going to try and go for a realistic Spinosaur in this, with the crocodilian tail, the kind of salamander tail. I think, personally for me, and this is obviously your dream, but I really don't want to see a Spinosaurus trying to fight with a T-Rex, because we know who would won that fight. And who knows? We'll see where it goes. But...
Yeah. But yeah, what we are trying to do is definitely have a scientifical accuracy base for every dinosaur, and after we had some really cool like design on top of it, but all the base of the dinosaur we are creating are like with the last study we can, because probably when we're gonna release the show or the game, like maybe new studies, we're gonna show that dinosaur completely changed. So we really try to keep up. But yeah, we want to stay accurate, but at the same time like add those cool samurai stuff for the T-Rex, or like cool okay, I can't say too much.
We can't say anymore because you're gonna enjoy that part. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna look awesome.
Yeah.
And I know that you've all loved the samurai, so we won't be letting you down on that one.
Yeah.
In the description of the series, the term tribal wars was mentioned, and we already saw the social behaviour of the Dimetrodon in the trailer. Will the animals develop some sort of rudimentary culture and therefore some intelligence, or will they be just animals?
That's pretty tough to respond this one.
It is right
I mean, like, there are depend of the clan, but some clans are way smarter than others. But overall, all the creators of Curio will be more smart than usual. I think I already used this example, but like a bit like chimpanzee, but like the Planet of the Apes chimpanzee, the like Caesar kind of smart, yeah. But because they don't have like hands and thumb, so they can't really build tools or like that. So they're gonna be smart, but they're gonna have to adapt with how smart they are and with the bodies they have.
Yeah.
It's gonna like, they are really strong, but they are really smart, but they can't do some
well,
stuff
they're
like...
living in a world that was designed for primates.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're having to readapt. But like, all I can say to my answer to your question is, the scene opens with a young dinosaur who's behaving like a paleontologist. You can work out how smart this creature is.
Yeah.
And he's just, everyone loves him. I know you love him, and so do we. Alright, so question number 8. Many have noticed the amazing work of the Tyrannosaurs in the trailer, as despite the artistic licenses like the armor and giant crests, they are very realistic. Is the idea that all the dinosaurs and creatures will follow that path in terms of design, or is there something more crazy or retro if you prefer to put that way, like a Jurassic World hybrid, for example?
No, they're all like from their original species. I don't really think hybrid, but they have been bred, and the same way we are breeding like dogs, and some dogs look absolutely horrible and some dogs look super cool because they have been bred to hunt. Some dogs have been bred to like just be like a decoration pet. So some of the dinosaurs, definitely we're gonna try to make it like look like some people have been breeding them to do some specific stuff. And I think we can go like pretty crazy with the dinosaur, like a pug.
Oh, we've gone crazy, but we can't say anything right now.
Yeah, okay, let's not say
so we'll leave it right there. Yeah, I love it. Alright, so in one of the concepts we see a Triceratops or something similar killed in a kind of ritual sacrifice. So the question is, how would the herbivorous dinosaurs be represented in the series? Are they going to be prey to the predators, or are they something more?
I'm not gonna reveal too much, but definitely the Ceratopsian clan, which is gonna be composed of a lot of Ceratopsian, like Protoceratops, Triceratops,
Styracosaurus.
Styracosaurus.
Yeah.
That's
Pentaceratops.
So they are not really prey. They are not really prey. They are really, really strong. They probably are the strongest clan actually, and that's the only thing I can say.
Yeah. Just check out some of the concept arts on the website. You can get a feel for the Ceratopsian clan.
Yeah.
We'll leave it there. Is it possible that the animals use tools or weapons for combat in addition to their teeth, spikes, horns, or claws?
I don't want that.
Can't answer that question. Yeah.
I think it would be super cringe to have like a T-Rex with like spears and.
Yeah. No.
No, I don't want that. So no. I mean, we never know, but I mean, you know, like crows use little stick to dig some food and this kind of stuff. So this is the kind of stuff that all dinosaurs can do. They will do kind of the same as what birds do when they like build a nest. So they will definitely use some kind of tools, but not like weapon and this kind of stuff.
I remember, like dinosaurs, they had 150 million years of evolution. They were already perfect weapons. For their purpose, like sharks, crocodiles, snakes. You know, they are honed to perfection, and they don't need spears and implements like that. So, no, I don't think they need weapons.
Yeah.
They
No.
are weapons. Okay, question number 11. Although the name of the show is literally dinosaur in Japanese, is it possible that we'll have some Cenozoic creatures like mammoths or saber-toothed tigers?
Probably, but that's the only thing I can say.
Could you give a clue to what was the cause of the extinction of humans in that world? A mysterious disease or a war, maybe? Can't say.
No, can't say.
Sorry. You'll find out.
I'm sorry.
How did humans resurrect the dinosaurs in this world? Is their appearance due to genetic modification, selective breeding, or both?
Same will be revealed in the when you
find out.
will watch or play the story.
Yeah. In the hypothetical case of getting funding right now, how long do you think it would realistically take to finish the series? 2, 3 years, or even more maybe?
I will let you respond this.
It won't take that long because we've got to get this thing out. We want to show it to people.
Yeah.
But we won't rush it, and we'll only do it when the quality is of our level.
Yeah.
But it might be. I can't say anymore. You will find out very soon. An announcement.
Like we worked so long on the trailer, and for example, I have a pretty. I have been working 16 years now in the movie VFX industry, and movies, for example, movies take like a year or more.
Dinner's ready, guys.
Oh,
Come on. The boys.
Dinner time. We're gonna wrap this up.
Okay. Oops. So for example, a movie, a Marvel movie or whatever movie I've been working on, usually it's like it take a year to make all the special effects for a movie, and it took us 6 months to 1 year to make this trailer of 2 minutes 30. So this is just to explain and to show that we really try to spend a lot of time to have the best quality possible, but it takes time because we really don't want to rush it. And I will feel super bad because that's my dream and I don't want to fuck up my dream.
We won't fuck this up.
Yeah.
We will only do this justice. Okay, so this is a kind of similar question to the last one that I'm happy to answer. Finally, having revealed such a spectacular trailer, is it logical that many people think that Kyoryu is already in production, although the reality is that it still needs funding to be made? Knowing this, and taking into account the huge success of the trailer, which is estimated to exceed 1 million views, instantly it just hit 1 million views. How is the process of finding platforms interested in it? When you get 1 million views and you get people like you who have just become so interested in what we're doing, I don't think you'd be waiting very long for us to give you some reassurance about where this amazing property and story and characters are going. So I can't say any more than that. We'll be fine. Let's just leave it there like that. And it'll be great. You'll love it. You'll be delighted that you.
We are not worried about this part.
No, we don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
So that's us, and Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
We're
thank
done
you.
with all the questions, yeah?
Done with all the questions.
Awesome.
None left.
Yeah, cool.
And so yeah, we're going to wrap up now and go and get our dinner because it's we're in New Zealand. It's 8:02 at night, so
Yeah.
dinner time. And
Awesome.
thank you for everything.
See you guys.
Yeah.